In my hands here is the Superior Gear hammock system. This is a integrated underquilt hammock, meaning that the underquilt is sewn into this hammock system, and I'm stoked to check this out. Now this is a 100% first impressions, almost an unboxing type of video. We are going to set up this Superior Gear hammock, and I'm going to talk about whether or not I find it to be an easy and intuitive system, because in talking with Danny, who is the owner of Superior Gear, he is telling me that this is an easy system to set up. That is the whole point, is to create something that is not cumbersome, that is not difficult. And so that's what I want to share, is my experience putting up the Superior Gear integrated underquilt hammock for the first time. So here on the hammock, you've got a pocket that is on this stuff sack that has the suspension system in it. This is a tree strap with a cinch buckle type of suspension. So that's gonna be cool to check out and figure out for this. And it should be plenty long for the type of trees and such that I have here. I'm setting up between some aspen trees here, which are gonna be solid. I can trust them and not gonna be a problem to set up on. So I've got two straps here, and then we'll pull the hammock out, which is pretty cool. Like, I've already pulled this out of the bag to see what it looks like and everything, and I love the gray color. And looking at the stitching and everything, the construction of this looks to be really well done. So let's get some straps on the trees and make this happen. Now, I could be wrong about this, but it's my understanding that this hammock is not asymmetrical, so it doesn't really have a dedicated head end or a foot end. But here on the cinch buckle, I believe that I'm just going to loop my continuous loop here around the buckle here. So like that, we've got one end attached. Let's move to the other tree. Other side here, loop that around. I mean, that's a pretty cool, like, intuitive system there, because you don't have like big carabiners or other things that you might have from other types of hammock systems. And I've used other hammocks that use a cinch buckle type of system, so that's not a completely new concept for me. But I like how simple that is, and it appears to be really lightweight. So now it's just a matter of how easy is this to adjust so that I get the perfect lay. I think I've got my trees spaced in a good spot, and this will be the first time sitting down in the hammock, so let's check it out. One of the things that I feel like with a hammock is always kind of confusing is, like, how high should it be, and like what kind of tension and everything. I know that when you're sitting in it, you're bending your ridge line to see that kind of thing. Got a little bit of a twist here in my suspension. Looks a lot better. I mean, for ease of setup so far, I feel like I'm pretty high off the ground, and maybe this strap here on my left needs to go a little higher to create more of an angle. But if I'm laying with my head down this side, I've got the foot end a little bit taller. See how it goes. So I like the way that the zipper is set up on this, so you can't have your zipper pulls run and chase all the way across the whole length of the hammock. Just gonna flip that out of the way. I like this material that's used. Oop, I got a knife in my pocket. Okay. All right. Feels really low on my head end. So I'm gonna switch around to the other side here. I mean, to be completely honest here, this feels pretty intuitive. I probably should take my shoes off. How dare I put dirty shoes in my hammock, but the only real hammock that I have to compare this to that is the same or similar design is my Hammock Gear hammock. So overall, we like that. Super quick and easy to zip that shut. And I think overall, like, first impressions, just the fact that, like, I've got this pitched and set up and this is pretty comfortable, and I don't have to worry about messing with an underquilt. Like, it's already part of the hammock. Ridgeline seems to be at a good tension. Obviously there would be other little adjustments, but I think most important is the fact that I don't hammock camp that much, and this was so easy and quick to set up, like probably faster than pitching a tent, to be quite honest. And all of that just aspect of not having to mess with adjusting an underquilt and everything, I'm impressed so far. This is cool. So I've been laying in here for, I don't know, roughly 5-10 minutes. One of the things with a hammock though that I've always noticed is my heels and just my feet get pushed together. So if anybody has suggestions on how to reduce that, I mean, I can slide my knee out and kind of just separate my legs, and that helps, but I don't see myself sleeping that way for a long period of time. But as I'm laying in here, I'm seeing and noticing other little subtle details with the way that this hammock is constructed. And it looks like the ridgeline tension can be adjusted like a whoopee sling, which is really cool to see. And then I'm also noticing that the entire bug net system, this whole bug net can be removed from the hammock. So if I'm in a setting where there's not going to be a lot of bugs and I don't have to really worry about that, then that's pretty sweet. And I know that there's some other feature aspects to this hammock with this snap system that he's got here that I think is almost like, I think he calls it the cocoon, that allows you to snap in a top quilt type of system that is just a cocoon where you've got the integrated underquilt already in the hammock, and then you've got a top quilt system that snaps in, so you're creating the maximum amount of space and opportunity for insulation. I think overall this is going to be a winner and something I'm excited about to use in conjunction with my Hammock Gear system. So there's some quick and simple information and just my initial experience of first setting up this Superior Gear hammock with the built-in underquilt, but this is going to be something that I look forward to putting through the paces this year as I get the opportunity to actually hang on trees that are alive and safe to hang on. That's actually an issue that we have here in the mountain areas that I get to backpack in. We don't always have safe trees to hang on. So once I get a bit more experience with it, I'm gonna share a review and just overall how I think this makes sense as a hammock system compared to other options out there on the market. So thanks for watching today, guys. Check out Superior Gear if you haven't already. I'm impressed with the level of construction, just the way that this has been put together, and the customer service so far. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you are not. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later.